this is Cathy Cassidy and I'm here again to read you another chapter of Scarlett, and today it's chapter 8. And before I even do that, I wanted just to say hi to everybody who's still tuning in and listening and watching, and also a special shout out for some of my older readers who commented in various places on Facebook fan page and different places that Scarlett was their very favourite book, and often the very first book of mine that they read. So that really cheered me up to know that people have always loved this book, and I really hope that those of you who are listening in for the first time who haven't come across the story are enjoying it too. But I just wanted to say thank you for totally cheering me up, to Dali, to Jasmine, Dervla, to Zayla, Holly, Jade, Fayada, Sarah, Asha, Katie, Amanda and Miranda, because your very kind words put a huge smile on my face, and we need that. Really all need that these days with the lockdown thing. So chapter 8 of Scarlett, I'm going to start off, before I even attempt to start reading, by saying sorry to any of my readers watching this who are Irish and learn to speak Irish at school, because chapter 8 has got some Irish phrases in it and I don't know Irish at all, and my pronunciation is going to be appalling, so I'm just going to apologise right up front for that. I remember when this book was newly published, I had to do a reading at a big event. It was a big book festival event in Dublin, and I actually chose to read this chapter out because it's quite a dramatic one, and everybody laughed at my accent when I was trying to do the Irish bits. So yeah, you've been warned. I'm going to mess it up, but just do the best that you can not to laugh. And anyway, if you laugh, I won't mind. So it's Scarlett at school, her first day at school. She's arrived late. She doesn't particularly like the look of her new teacher, and she's just not wanting to be there at all. So here we go. The wedge heels don't help. I am head and shoulders taller than every other pupil in this dump. I feel like a lion that's mistakenly wandered into a small furry animal enclosure at the zoo. I don't fit. Okay, all I have to do is roar loudly and they will back away, but the more those kids laugh and whisper in their weirdo sing-song accent, the more it feels like I'm the one who's nervous. Small children can be very, very scary. Holly appears at my side, brown eyes reproachful. Did you really forget your pencil case? She wants to know. Not my pencil case, my flick knife, I growl and watch her eyes widen. Joke, Holly, okay? I don't carry a flick knife. You shouldn't have made the bus wait, you know. I'm just not worth it. I think you are, Holly says. More fool you. The bell rings for class and the geeky dark-haired girl appears at my side. You're Scarlett, aren't you? She says. I'm Ross. I'm in 6th class too. Perhaps we can be friends. Do I look that desperate, I think? Probably. I trail inside and flop down in the window seat beside her. The lanky ginger-haired lad in the seat behind drags his desk back a little in case I have some contagious disease that's passed on by eye contact. Terrific. He must be the other 6th class kid. I blow him a kiss, which makes him blush, and blush beetroot with disgust. Makes me feel better, though. Good morning, Scarlett, Miss Madden says crisply. Welcome to Killimore. We're a very small school, and that's bound to feel strange after the high school you've just left in London, but I'm sure you'll fit right in. Vulture, Scarlett, the class chorus. Dear it, Scarlett. I look blank. It's Irish, Ross whispers in my ear. They're just saying welcome and hello. Whatever, I scowl, and Miss Madden gives me a sour look. Yeah, I'm settling in fine. By lunchtime, I've ploughed through 4 pages of maths and completed a geography worksheet on rainfall, all without major disaster. Maybe, just maybe, I'm going to be able to handle this place. How hard can it be? It's just a primary school. Actually, it's the tiniest primary school in the known universe. So what if I am a lion trapped in the small furry animal enclosure? They are lucky to have me. My roar is returning by the moment. Ross, Holly and I eat our sandwiches on the grass next to the playground where the smaller kids are legging it about with footballs and skipping ropes. The lanky gingerhead kid comes up and sits down beside us, shooting me black looks. This is Matty, Ross tells me. He's in 6th class too. Matty downs a ham sandwich in just one mouthful, glowering. I wink at him, which makes him blush purple all over again. You think you're so cool, don't you? He huffs. Cooler than you, I laugh. Well, yeah, just a little bit, carrot boy. You're not so tough, he says. You're just a wimpy city kid. Holly looks indignant. Scarlett was expelled from her last school for starting a food riot, she declares proudly. She's not wimpy, okay? Somehow, having Holly as my cheerleader strikes me as a little bit sad. Matty glares. He roots around in the bottom of his rucksack for a bit, then draws out a small, crumpled, cylindrical package and sets it on the grass. Ross, Holly and I watch in silence as he unwraps the package to reveal a small, wizened cigarette, slightly bent. You, Holly says. Think you're tough? Matty challenges. Prove it. My heart sinks. I've been here before and I didn't like it. When I was staying with Nan, my friend Ria nicked some ciggies from home and the two of us hid in the school toilets trying them out. It was disgusting. I coughed so much I nearly choked. A passing teacher heard me and we were hauled up in front of the head. Ria said the ciggies were mine and that I'd forced her to try them. The head believed her. Nan was furious. She packed my case and put me on the next bus to Oxford, where Uncle John met me with a face like thunder. I didn't touch a single ciggy while I was there, but Uncle John was always sniffing my breath and checking my fingers in case they were getting yellow. He was still stressing out over all that when I got sprung climbing in the window after an evening in the park with my friends. It was gone 11 hours past my curfew. I was grounded for a month and went kind of stir crazy. And one night, when I was mad at Uncle John for confiscating my CD player, I chopped my bedroom curtains into little pieces with Auntie Kay's dressmaking shears. What do you know? It was back to London faster than you could say, snip, snip. Matty wants to know if I'm tough. He has no idea. So, Matty asks now, offering me the crumpled ancient ciggy. Nah, I'm trying to give up, I shrug. You've never smoked in your life, he says slyly. I'd like nothing better than to light up that fossilised little ciggy and blow toxic smoke rings right into his pasty face, but he's just not worth the hassle. Look, I sigh, rolling my eyes. Ciggies are strictly for losers. Bad breath, yellow fingers, no thanks. Knew it, Matty smirks. You're chicken. I don't like being called chicken, especially not by a lanky carrot-haired sado who thinks that smoking is the height of cool. I stick my tongue out at Matty and his eyes just about pop out on stalks as he spots my stud. I have instant bad girl status, top quality. Wow, Holly breathes. Is that for real? Matty splutters. You're only 12. How did you get a pierced tongue? Didn't your parents go mad? My friend Em's brother works in a tattoo studio, I explain. He did it. Em told him I was 16. I don't think he believed it, but he turned a blind eye. My mum went kind of crazy, but it was a bit late by then. Did it hurt? Ross wants to know. Not much, I lie. Cool, Matty breathes. Way cool. My roar is almost back to full strength. Back in class, Miss Madden hands out Gaelic workbooks and asks Ross, Matty and the older kids to work on exercise 15. You'll be needing the basics, of course, Scarlett, she says. You can work with the little ones. She throws me a bright false smile that feels like ice and hands me a worksheet titled Clan. It is illustrated with drawings of a man, a woman, a girl, a boy, and a baby, labelled with weirdo names like Ahu, Mohu, Mok, Inin, Lanuth. Clan means family, Ross whispers in my ear. I open my pencil case, pick out a crayon, and scribble across Ahu's face. I can't be certain, but I think Miss Madden is going around the room asking people about their families. Perfect! Dad told me she knows all about me. Doesn't she know I don't have one? Has she picked out this worksheet on purpose? I look at her smiling, chirpy face and my fingers itch to slap her. I'm finding it hard to concentrate on the page. My throat aches and there's a lurching feeling in the pit of my stomach. I'm not well, seriously. I need to lie down in a darkened room, possibly for the rest of my life. Ah, Scarlett. Konza tattoo? She asks. I have no idea what Miss Madden is asking. I can barely follow her accent when she's speaking English, let alone Gaelic. I shake my head. Comes a tattoo, Miss Madden repeats, teasing me. And bull to go ma? My head aches. I can't make sense of anything she says. She says, how are you? Ross whispers. Are you all right? Say something. I'm a bit hot, I mumble, and a ripple of laughter spreads out around the class. Of course, I was meant to say something in Irish. Oscar la niñog, Miss Madden says, smiling. Why can't she leave me alone? She may as well be speaking Cantonese. She grins prettily, nodding towards the window. The window, Ross hisses in my ear. She says if you're hot, open the window. I lean across to fiddle with the catch and let the big metal-framed window swing open. I look out of it longingly, across the little playground, the neat daisy-sprinkled grass where we sat in the sunshine just half an hour ago. Then I drag my eyes back to the classroom. An behul bisich et? Miss Madden says. Why is everyone looking at me? I lean back in my chair, staring at a fixed point just above the blackboard, wondering why it keeps going in and out of focus. Something that feels a lot like panic is forming a small, hard knot inside me. Miss Flynn? I shove my desk so hard it topples over onto the floor. A gasp spreads out across the classroom like a ripple on water, and Miss Madden's eyes look like they might pop. What are you doing, Scarlett? She asks, switching back to English rapidly. But by then there is no going back. I step up onto my chair as the class looks on, gawping. My wedge heels make a clopping sound as I balance on the windowsill before ducking out through the open window and dropping down onto the grass. Where are you going? Miss Madden calls out as I stride across the grass, tearing the worksheet into shreds as I go. Ripped paper flutters out behind me like confetti. Scarlett Flynn, she screeches, come back here. I reach the gate and turn slightly, my head held high. The sun is warm on my back, but there is a slight breeze and my head feels clearer than it has all day. Miss Madden is hanging out of the window, calling the name of a girl I can barely remember, a girl who no longer exists. Behind her, the class have gathered in a pale-faced clump, fascinated. They seem very far away. I walk out through the open school gates and don't look back. So, things are hotting up in Scarlett's story, and if you tune in tomorrow, you can find out what happens next now that she has decided school is not for her. Yeah, I hope you're going to enjoy it. I hope that all of you are coping okay with the lockdown and not going too stir crazy. I hope you are staying home, staying safe, doing the socially distancing thing as best you can, and managing to find something every day that makes you smile and helps you get through. Remember that it was not going to last forever. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. So until then, take care. See you.